when this nigga called me, was that, bro, I got a lot of animosity towards you, bro. I've been had it, you a sucker. You be moving sucker ways. I don't like it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It makes me angry. You know what I mean?
Battles like this is what Math lives for.
Yeah.
Battles like this is what Math lives for. And I think this is
where he turns up.
This is his forte right here. This is his strong suit right here. When it's time to talk about what it needs to be talked about, Math ain't doing nothing back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I did that night.
Now you gonna lie?
I'm gonna tell you what I did
Now you
that
gonna
night.
lie?
I saved your
Now you gonna lie?
I saved
Save my life. You call niggas. I got niggas on camera saying.
He went, woo! I hit him harder than a batch of karma. He was out before he dropped like the Magna Carta.
See, you don't got bars like that. You snuffed me 2 days ago. I still look good. You don't hit hard like that.
Wondering why you got scars on your face. You disrespecting me.
So, going into Math and Serius, of course, people love seeing grudge matches. This is one hell of a grudge situation, right? Yeah. Off rip, I'm gonna say Math and Serius might be the best face-off of all time because the content of it is like, yo, what happened in Miami? What happened on the stage? What happened when I saw you over here? What happened when I saw you? It's so many real stories that came from something that we've all seen. And there's no way these people confront or like each other behind the scenes and be fronting for the camera because the situation is too extreme.
It's
right?
the realest face-off ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is whatever preconceived thoughts or notions that you had going into the face-off, I've never seen, and I've been waiting to tell you this too. I've never seen two people have a face-off with each other or just have an argument with each other, have any type of situation where it's like, yo, Tuesday night, you was at the club. I wasn't even over here Tuesday night. I don't even know where the club. They are the exact opposite on almost every single. They can't agree with the details on anything.
That's what's so crazy is, you know, you would have thought that when we announced Math versus Serius Jones,
right,
everybody already knows everything.
Right.
And you just pick who you got, and then we'll see you August 31st.
Right.
Let's finally settle the grudge. These three, and we're talking on it, and we didn't even see part 3 of the face-off, which to me is the most intense of all 3 parts.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's the most intense of all 3 parts. Of the 2 that's been released, it really caters to what you just said of so many details that we thought we had a hold on as just spectators of the sport, and being that history is so well known in our culture, we thought we had a hold on knowing the situation. We don't. You know what I'm saying? They're completely opposite on so many topics, so many instances, so many situations. All of a sudden, this Miami footage for 6 plus 7 years.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, for 7 years, it's been wherever it's been, and it surfaces now. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of them could have dropped that shit or got their hands on that or what this whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really. Wow, like this is a whole nother situation, it feels like, which is good because we didn't want people to feel like we were just trying to stir up the past. The reason why we constructed, or you see me host the face-off in that fashion, is because we knew that it's got so much legacy tied to it. They hear about it in every single one of their battles. Everybody's always rapping about it. Everybody got a Math and Serius Jones bar or whatever. And we knew that announcing these guys, we got to make sure we allow them to clarify the entire history themselves. Not only themselves, but in front of each other for the first time. So in our minds, we already knew walking into the face-off, we want to shoot this where we can release it in 3 parts. The first part is their initial tension, which is before Summer Madness, before Math steals them. You know what I'm saying? It's when, y'all had the Fight Club battle. Why did y'all have tension before that? This whole little back and forth about that studio and why he no-showed me. He was acting funny, or no, you was doing this. I got a phone call.
That's
from
the
this
first time I heard about that.
Exactly. And that's we had that, like, let these guys say it to each other and let's bring those details out for real. And then we'll get into the Summer Madness, and then after that we'll get into, okay, when that part 2 starts, you see me ask, no, I think it's part 3. I think that's how we start part 3. Okay, now that we're past Summer Madness and the punch and everything, why hasn't this been squashed since? Why have y'all continued to have back and forth for years? We believe both of you guys will do shit to each other. So why for years is it still not settled? And then they get into that. And that's why things turned up so much. And that's why it ended the way that a lot of people are seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we purposely knew that we wanted to lay it out like that so that we can unfold it in sequential order. You know what I'm saying? That's why I see a lot of fans that got at me like, yo, ARP, shut up, let them talk. I'm jumping in so much because they're so on each other that they're jumping ahead of the storyline at points. Like in part 1, you might hear Serius go, but yeah, your man left with staples in his head or whatever. I'm like, nah, that's for part 3. Now hold on, Serius, we'll get there. I know how we got to release this from a production side and a promotion side. But these guys got so much raw emotions and feelings towards that situation. They don't give a fuck about our structure. So it was hard.
Let me ask you this: when Math said, when Serius says, like, you won't fight me now or something, and then Math was like, fine, let's go outside, and they both got up. Yeah. When you and Shada, like, oh my God.
Yo, it took me a couple seconds to make sure that I watched them and see how they was really moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me a second. Like, I'm watching Math get up. I'm seeing Serius. Like, yeah, we got to get up too and stop this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of. And that's why there's interviews of me and Shata right after now. That's starting to drop. We got another one that's coming out. But the one that just dropped of me and Shata on Hip Hop Is Real, that's why you see my attitude is like, damn, I can't believe that just happened. Because we all showed up for a face-off, and it ended like they really tried to do it right there on the spot. Like, oh, shit. So it was, I mean, we knew what we booked. We knew that this is the most riskiest battle we've ever booked. But it was a reminder, like, they still have the energy on 9. I don't want to say 10. They still have the 9 at least energy. You know what I'm saying?
So
like
how the thing that gets me, right, is if it was me doing this event, I would be scared of, like, I got business people watching this something such and such, with all these emotions and stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah.
How do you stop a crazy moment from happening mid-battle? And I know contracts and money and stuff like that.
But so aside from the obvious, and that's why I've said it a few times, and I keep reiterating, every battle, you can't fully stop that situation from initiating. You could take so much precautions to limit, the problem. Like, you could have 20 security guards on stage to limit a brawl or whatever, but and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but if Goods decides to throw that punch gets thrown. Doesn't matter how many people is on stage, how many security guards. Like, you can't stop that initiation.
Because it can come out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stop that. I have 1,000 battles on the RBE channel where I notice things getting tense and I jump in the middle. Like Rosenberg J Murder, Raw's person poking J Murder in his chest. Murder slaps his hand down. Raw's like, yo, what the? And I jump in. Look at Mook and Verb. You know what I'm saying? Like, Murder was testing Verb. Hand touching him, pushing him and all that type of shit. And Verb got fed up. He like, yo, don't touch me, whatever. And then Mook really tried to purposely violate. He did it again, like you said. What? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I jump in. Because that split second is the time that it takes to hit the reset button. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 2 great examples of that. One on each side. And this is how I host. Math and Show Off. I don't know if you was there in the building. I don't know if you was there.
What event was that again?
Shit, that's the one that had Arsenal and QB.
I missed that one.
Okay.
I wanted to see that.
You was there for Show Off and Big K.
Yeah.
Math and Show Off in the building had everybody's skin crawling. Everybody thought it was happening. Everybody. But if you watch the
before or just during?
No, during.
Okay.
During. In the building, it was one of those pin drop battles where everybody was just holding their breath. Like, it's going to happen. I took so many opportunities to jump in the middle every time I thought that it was getting up to that point. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example of like just how I don't host. And I'm not sending no shots. I'm just using an example because I'm observant. You saw the back and forth between Tay Rock and Paste.
Yeah.
To me, that was way too long. They was in each other's faces for like 30 seconds or some shit.
Right.
Do something. Do it.
You talked about my kid. You did this.
And nobody ever got in the middle and said and separated them. I personally feel like, you know, that's when it's at its peak to happen. Because all it takes at that point is to like, what? What'd you say? Or do it. Or no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it takes. Yeah. That's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? You got a crowd in front of you. You got cameras on. You got your personal pride, your ego, all that. You really disrespecting me. All of that shit wrapped up in a ball. You need to stop that last split second. So, you know, we definitely going to do our best to be on top of those moments. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, that initial, like, you know what? I'm in the middle of a bar. Like, nobody could stop that. Let's just be realistic. That could happen in any battle.
And I hope Math and Serius both know that if either one of them have a moment like that in the middle of this battle, like the thought even crosses their mind, it's so counterproductive.
That is one of the things why that's one of multiple reasons why I think we're going to get through this battle. Is I think on Math's side, I think he knows for his legacy as well, the statement that it makes. Right. You know, to have this type of situation and rap only. You know, he was been labeled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think he understands that. On Serious' side, Serious, I think, is going to be emotional at times. He's going to be tense at times. He's going to be riled up. And he's going to be delivering these 3 crazy rounds. But there's also a part of him that says, I can't do what you did. I can't be like you. I'm calling you a sucker for what you did. And even though I could justify it probably, I just can't do what you did. I think Serius has a part of him that's like that. And I really, really think that, as a matter of fact, both of them in so many ways asked me this or said this to me in a statement. I think Serius was the last. He definitely said it to me on the phone the other day. He was like, yo, I wonder, and this is why I know it's going to be such a crazy battle. He said, I wonder if Math could just sit there and take what I'm about to do to him in these rounds. He thinks his rounds is so damaging that it can provoke Math possibly, right? So I know, I'm not. This is not promo. This is real shit. That Serius told me this shit. So I was just like, that really right there shows me that Serius really has it made up in his mind. Like, this is a win right here. And if we fight after, we set up a boxing match after, or whatever, then I'll do it both ways. But this particular moment on August 31st, I think I could cut him a different way with these rounds. I could get such a big payback statement with these rounds of what I'm bringing. So, and like we said,
you reselling the battle. It didn't need to be sold, but you resold me with
this
that.
This is real shit.
Yeah.
This is real
I get
shit
it.
too.
Yeah.
This is real shit. I'm analyzing this shit. We talked earlier about analyzing certain things. Like, I'm back and forth with these. My phone is like the bat fucking phone with these 2 guys right now. I have to be so on point with these guys.
Exactly.
Like, somebody asked me something, go back to this side. Somebody said something to me, go back to the side. Yo, Serius is asking for this. Yo, Math is asking. My bat, they give me any time of the night right now because I gotta keep things is do my job as well. You know what I mean? But I really, really think that Math is trying to do like a hollow performance. He's at his best with angles and personal shit. And I think Serius is looking for his rounds to be such a strong statement and retribution to what Math did to him, that this marked on the channel is going to be like a historic moment, which is why we felt that it deserved that title. Right. Not Lift His Soul, not Pearly Gates, Math or Serius.
Right.
It's real. It's shit real.
And I want to say this to kind of close it out, is that I can't predict a winner with Math versus Serius, and it's not a cop out.
Me neither.
It's based on, like, we weren't there when whatever happened. All we saw was what happened on the stage.
No, I was there.
You know what I'm saying? No. I mean, like, Miami and all this
Oh,
other
yeah,
crap
yeah,
that they
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
We just saw the clip of what happened when Math hit him, right?
Yeah.
So, and I was there at Total Slaughter when Serius arrived at the front door.
But was you there on both sides in Toronto? Was you there on both sides?
Nah. Yeah.
In the lobby when they crossed paths on RBE earlier this year.
Exactly.
Like, it's a lot.
And they both feel like people, like, when I watch them argue, I'm like, somebody has to be lying because just every story you tell is the exact opposite. Then I hear them, I hear the conviction, I see the confidence in the way they tell their side of the story, and I'm like, maybe you really see this.
Yeah.
This is your truth.
Possible. That could be
right?
possible.
But based on that, and then I don't know, and I didn't talk to either of them extensively about this situation. I feel like whoever tells their story the best and can sell it in the moment is gonna win.
I agree, and
but I have no way of knowing what that story entails.
I agree. Yeah. I don't think that who could out bully the person or be tougher within the battle is what wins it for you.
Nah, at all.
I don't think that the fans. First, they definitely don't want to see Math try to bully Serius Jones. They're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You in this book. They definitely don't. Math cannot try that, or he can't make his performance based on that. Let me just try to show the world again I'm tougher than no. Serius Jones can't make that the focal point of his performance either, because then the fans would be like, yeah, but he punched you. So you don't have. It's not about you acting tough. The words is what's gonna cut the deepest in that moment on August 3rd. In the moment, it's gonna be the words. Whatever happens after happens. But I really look at it like you just said, like, if Serius constructs his rounds in a way where he's trying to expose Math and just make him look like, you know, you are the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? But Math has justifications that he can paint. Like, let me show you why, you know, this type of stuff happens to you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like why of all people did I punch you? Like, you never know how somebody paints their own narrative.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're sitting there like, oh, damn, like, you got a whole nother vibe on shit. Because we understand the situation. It's spinning off of the punch. But the narratives that they bring, and don't be surprised if you hear some shit for the first time. They did it in the face-off. You know what I'm saying? You hearing some shit for the first time. I wouldn't be surprised if even there's an antic. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to bring, like, some side person that knows something or can say something on stage.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, because this is one of those few battles that happen in a year where the loss or the win can really, really, really impact your legacy forever. No matter what you did before or what you're going to do after. People will go to this moment. You know what I'm saying? People will go to this fucking moment. It's like a must win on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's a must win on both sides. Losing this battle will hurt you in more ways than one. Your legacy, how people treat you. It's really like, damn, like, we coming together for one of those real moments. How people talk to you and view you as a man can change based on Saturday.
You know what's crazy is that we exist in an era where losses don't count that often.
Not for this one.
But in certain situations.
This is you don't get too many battles like this, which is why, and let me say this real quick before I get out of here. I see both sides. I see the anticipation side, and I see the side of this battle shouldn't happen.
Right.
That's really great for both of them. That just shows, like, what this situation is creating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like every once in a while, you'll have a moment where the fans will split, and they'll pick a side for real. They'll really, team Lennox Lewis,
Team Holyfield.
Yeah. Be split. You know what I'm saying? It should happen. Let them bring closure. they should never be in the same ring. Leave it alone. That's all part of this energy in this moment.
And if it happens smoothly with no outside conflict, no BS, that's great for hip hop.
That is the biggest part that's outside of them. They got their own personal wins and losses that they're gonna have to take on Saturday. You know, it's personal. But when you talk about past them, battle rap as a culture and as an industry and as a community and as a market, them two getting through that battle, period, even if they don't shake hands, just completing that battle is a big moment. Because there's so much history over the last 7 years of these two fucking guys. You know what I'm saying? These two guys. If they get through that battle, which I'm very sure and confident that they will, I'm not promoting no drama, no fight on business time or during the battle, nothing like that. They want to do something on their own time. They can. They got each other's phone numbers. But that moment alone, because everybody's going to be watching partially to see who's going to win the battle and partially to see if the bullshit happens. You know what I'm saying? And then they finally get through those 3 rounds, and I'm not going to risk nothing. Avocado, shut the fucking stream off. As soon as the last bar is said, cut the fucking stream off. You know what I'm saying? Then if they decide to shake hands after that, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on a fully edited release. You know what I'm saying? We'll celebrate that.
Imagine them leaving that battle saying, you know what, I'm gonna shake your hand.
The emotion from the battle is what creates that.
Right.
You can have a Bonnie and a QB that look at each other sideways for years, but the vibe of us going at it verbally and that adrenaline rush.
That is a fight.
Yeah. I said that on Sway, on Sway's show. I was like, it's that fine line of that feel. So you almost have a different level of respect for the person once it's over, because it feels like I was just really in some shit just now. Yeah, I mean, like Hitman and Bill Collector.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when they came in that building, they was separate. Entourage, they was separate, like grilling all types of shit. You couldn't stop the motherfuckers for shaking hands when the fucking battle is over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's because it's like, yo, we just went to war in there. It's possible that Mav Hoffa and Serius Jones shakes hands because, especially if they both feel like they won. If they both feel like I was received the way I wanted to be received, I got my shit off, I said what I wanted to say, I'm about to get paid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nothing happened, I'm cool, my nigga. If both people feel like that, we might get the hand. It's crazy. We've never had a battle in the culture where we also look forward to will they shake hands.
Right.
Everybody looking forward to a bar or an angle.
If they shake hands, you got to do the math and Serious 2-on-2.
Right. Once again, we're not gonna push our luck too much. We're not gonna push our luck too much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna text you as soon as the battle's over.
Let's get through the battle, and then if they decide to shake hands, great.
Right.
If they don't shake hands, they might be walking outside and walking around the corner.
Right.
Which is their choice as men. You know, like they can get on their own clock and do whatever they want. But like I said, I've never seen a battle before where we wonder like, will these guys shake hands? And it's crazy. So you know, with no sarcasm intended, you know, no playing around because it's a serious situation. No pun intended there neither. Close your shit.
Math vs. Serious, RBE, ARP.
It's going down. Rap Grid Direct.
Let's get it.
Go to rarebreedent.com. Don't miss history. Get your pay-per-view.